So hello everybody, and it's Sentinel, and we are back. Right, what we're actually going to speak about today is an issue that is hitting Xbox One. Okay, it's not the issue that's hitting Xbox One is not the same issue that is hitting the PlayStation 4. Okay, the PlayStation 4 issue will hit you when you basically are in the middle of your game. Okay, the Xbox issue is mod related, but I'm not going to say it's a Bethesda problem, and I'm not going to say it's a Microsoft problem. It seems to be a grey area between the pair of them, and the pair of them are causing a little bit of problem there. Now, I have gone digging into it and hunting and everything else, and basically the same bits of advice keep getting handed over to people, and 99.9% of the time one bit of advice works and the other 1% of the time it doesn't. It's the same with the advice I gave out on the PlayStation 1 yesterday. 99.9% of the time the data rebuild will work for people. There's that 1% of the time where it won't work. Okay, and I happen to be in that little bracket of the 1% of the time. So, what's going on? Why are you having this problem? Why are you trying to download something with 598 megabytes of space, and it's only worth 20 megabytes, and it says you can't install this? You don't have enough free space, and you're sitting there going, I've got over 500 megabytes. Of course I've got enough free space. What the is going on here? And you're bemused and confused and everything else, and don't worry about it. Hopefully by the end of this video I will have given you some pointers and you will be able to deal with this problem. Okay, now what I have found being said over and over and over again is Xbox holds on to ghost data. Okay, it is so whenever you go onto your mod menu and you unenable a mod and then uninstall it, okay, on your mods menu, yeah, it's gone. Okay, no, it's not. It's still hanging around on your system, and this is where your problem's actually coming from. Now, there's a couple of ways to deal with it. The first one that seems to help 99.9% of people, I'm going to give to you first. Okay, so what is actually recommended is that you basically try hard resetting, which is something you should do every time you delete or you install or you move your mods about. All right, that is the first one that is being given to everybody. Okay, now, as I say, if you're getting hit with this already, it's not always going to work for you. You know, if this problem has already hit you, it's not always going to work for you, unfortunately, guys and dolls. So, how do you do a hard reset? What's a hard reset? Blah 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 blah. Okay. To perform a hard reset on an Xbox, you hold the power button for 10 seconds while the system is on. The system will turn off, and when you hit the button again, it will start and display a green startup screen. All your data is safe, but what you're doing is you're clearing your cache. Okay? Everybody needs to clear their cache. Even though I've done my hard reinstall, which is factory reset on my PlayStation, I clear my cache. I have a Linvono IdeaPad, I clear the cache. You need to clear the cache on your console the same way you clear the cache on your laptop or your PC. It has to be done, guys and dolls, because basically it clears out all that ghost data. Alright, so that's the main thing that is actually recommended to you, is to clear the cache, and that's how you're going to do it, by clearing the cache. Alright, now you might have to log in again, so make sure you know your login details, everybody. Please don't do this unless you actually have your login details. Make sure you've definitely got your login details. Alright, so The other one that is recommended to you is a little bit more in depth. Okay, and this is for the 0.1% where clearing your cache wasn't enough for you. All right, so what they actually recommend is you go into Xbox storage settings and clear the reserved space. Reserved space is what you have set aside for your mods, and it's where this ghost data is hanging about in. Okay, so if the hard restart and clearing the cache didn't work, you're going to have to do this. They do actually recommend that it's best for you to uninstall and reinstall your game. So if it's Fallout, Skyrim, or whatever game that you're using with mods, uninstall it and reinstall it. Okay? Then after downloading all the mods that you have already written down in order, so get all your mods, before you do this, write down all your mods. Okay? Download all your mods in the order that you wrote them down. After making sure you have installed all previous mods in order, they recommend you download Restore Vanilla Settings, just as a in case, enable it, right? Then load in a save, if it lets you. Fingers crossed, by this point it should do. So load in a save, and then make a new hard save. Now a hard save is where you put a brand new save in. It's not quick saving and it's not overwriting a previous save. It is a hard save. Then they recommend you go into the mods menu, disable Restore Vanilla Settings, and you should be able to continue playing as normal, right? Now what I'm going to recommend to you is when you do that, do another hard restart. Okay, you need to make sure there's nothing overhanging in your system and everything else. My best advice to everybody, especially console players, I don't really need to give this advice to PC users because 99.9% of PC users know what they're up to. And if you threw me onto a PC, I'd be fine. It's a learning curve for me using mods on a console. What I'm going to recommend, whether you're Xbox or PlayStation or whatever, even if you have a Wii, clear your cache. Clearing your cache is going to save you most of these problems because ghost data does hang around. It's the same as using a browser on the internet and everything else. You always need to clear your cache. Okay, everybody? So I hope I've been able to help, and I do hope that some of my fans out there who are on Xbox, if you're suffering with this problem, this has dealt with it and you can get back to enjoying using your mods, and you're not going to be sitting there with 500 megabytes and going, why can't I download a 20 megabyte gun? Okay, so this is Sentinel. I'm going to drop out here, beautiful people. I'm going to say stay safe, have fun, give me your little hearts out. I'll catch you on the flip side.